In Project Zomboid, many would say that the katana is the rarest item in the game. But did you know that there are actually way more rare items? Some you probably haven't even heard of. I'm here to showcase some of them to you, and tell you how you can get a hold of them yourself. This is more of the rarest items in Project Zomboid. Starting with one of my personal favorites, HottieZ. HottieZ is a magazine that reduces boredom by 40 and stress by 50. Just looking at the cover, we can tell what this is and what your player does with it. It's usually found anywhere where magazines and books are, such as shelves and bookcases, but with an extremely lower chance to appear. Lastly, it's usually accompanied by some tissues, for obvious reasons. Second, we have a cold pack. This item is classified as first aid, but provides nothing for the character. The only use for this is to craft a smoke bomb, and personally, I had no idea smoke bombs were even in the vanilla game. The wiki describes this as a common household item that can be found in freezers, but in my experience, I've checked hundreds of freezers and haven't come across one. Third, we have the Dumbbell/Barbell. These are items used in alternative workouts that are much more effective exercises than push-ups. They can be used as weapons and can be found in storage areas or gyms. So if you want to get like this, make sure to be on the lookout for these items. Next, we have the nuclear biochemical mask. This completely protects the wearer's head from scratches and bites, as well as being fully water resistant. The wiki doesn't contain any other information about this mask, but looking through the files we can see this has a chance to be found in laboratories. With there only being a couple laboratories around, this is one of the rarest items in the game currently. Next, we have Guerilla radio magazines, which are items that teach the player how to craft various radios and a walkie-talkie. This is rare because despite it being literature, it can't be found in places that other literature can be found, like bookshelves. It can only be found in engineer houses, engineer vehicles, and the trunks of radio vans. Next, we have the scanner module. This item unfortunately serves no purpose at the time. The only information about it is that it's rare and useless. But imagine how cool you'll be if you own one of these. This item states that it spawns only in some loot containers, so I think your best bet would be to forage for this item and hope you get lucky. Lastly, we have the rubber ducky 2. And I know what you're thinking. This isn't rare, I found so many rubber ducks. You're the worst comp, disliked and unsubscribed. My answer to that is... and that you've probably found rubber ducky 1. The rubber duck I'm speaking of is very similar to its counterpart, but one thing, it has a battery inside. This item might not even be able to be found in normal gameplays, but there are some that have claimed to have found one. If it can be found, this is definitely one of the rarest finds in the game, so the next time you find a rubber duck, make sure to check for batteries. These were some of the rarest items in Project Zomboid. Let me know in the comments which ones you have found, and if there's any I missed.